the looks from the spring runways. So all over the spring runways, we were seeing like highlighted skin, electric colored eyes, bright, bold lips. There are 3 gals that are rocking some of the trends right there. But here to show us how to channel these looks with killer confidence and expert skills, we've got makeup artist right here, Andrew Sotomayor.
Hey, Rachel.
Yay!
It's so good to be back.
Nice to have you back. I wasn't here last time you were in the house.
I missed you.
Good to have you here.
Yeah,
and we got our girl
thank you.
Natasha holding it down with us tonight.
Thank you for coming.
So the 2 of us are going to be your pupils this evening. First time we're having a tutorial Tuesday, so no pressure.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have fun. It's like an SDL slumber party. Okay, so we saw clean, highlighted, dewy skin on the spring runways. Prada, Olivia Thayskins, and Missoni, they all showed us that kind of trend. Show us the ways, Andrew. What products do we need?
Well, first you gotta have a primer. It's called
Okay.
primer because it's the first step, and
Yes.
it's the perfect tool to give your skin that extra boost. Sometimes you need a
So
mattifying primer if your skin's too shiny. In this case, we're using a radiance boosting primer. This is the Japanesque Radiance Primer.
All right,
Go
let's
ahead
get
and
to
start.
work.
Put a pump in the back of your hand.
Okay, can I have a little disclaimer
Yes,
here? I
please.
clearly have been on camera a few times tonight, so just want to let y'all know, yes, I have a little bit of product already on my face, but I've used everything, meaning
Yeah.
Japanesque and this, which we'll get to in a second. So
It's a
let's
touch-up.
dive in.
It's
Yeah.
a makeup refresh.
Right, totally. So I'm
Totally.
gonna hold off to this until actually we put the foundation on. I'm gonna
Okay.
use it a different way. But
Great.
Natasha's diving
So if you
in.
come over to Natasha over here, so Natasha's using the foundation primer right directly on her skin, and it's got these pink and white pearls in it that give her a glow, and you can see it's right on every skin tone. Even if you're not pale, you can still use these white and pink pearls.
Gonna give you that J-Lo glow, girl.
It's JLo in a bottle.
Yes.
I love it.
And she's
J.Lo
using
in a
just
bottle.
it's JLo in a bottle.
Done.
She's already doing it, and she's doing it with just her fingers, and it's giving her that glow. And the thing is, you might think of this as something that you can use before or even after your makeup. So you could use this as a strobing liquid afterwards, but by using it as a
great.
primer, it's going to give you that lit from within effect. So it's actually bouncing light from underneath your foundation.
good.
So you get that really fresh glow
It
that
gives you that
lasts all day.
blurring effect too, which is awesome.
does. It
Okay,
sure
so
does.
can we get to the foundation? I'm like
Foundation,
dying.
let's go for it. Take a little dab. This in case I'm using the, and I should show you this, if you didn't see it before, it's the Japanesque Radiance Primer, and we're following it up with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation.
Yay.
So this is your color, we picked that up before. You're number 209 and
Yeah.
you're 211, Natasha. Go ahead and use that foundation brush, and the place to start is at the center of your face. So go ahead and start like right there, like in the cheeks, because the middle of the face is the part where you need the most coverage usually, and it's
Yeah.
the part of the face that you're looking at. You know, you don't go up to somebody and say, you know, hello, how are you? You look straight in the eye.
Right.
So, and what Natasha's doing is kind of good. She's using like kind of a dabbing motion where she needs a little bit more coverage, and especially like under the eyes, you can use that foundation as if it were a concealer. Just exactly, look, you're doing, oh my God, Rachel. You're
Honey,
killing it.
I love a good product. I tell you what, I love some makeup. And I actually love this foundation too. I use it in real life.
Wow.
Anywhere
She's
from
diving in.
207 to 210, just depending on my color.
That's a pretty broad range, and you know what that
I
tells
know.
me is people should not be afraid to buy the wrong foundation. I know everyone's super worried they're going to look wrong, so don't even worry about that. Go ahead.
This color is great.
That's a great color on you,
me,
right?
yeah, I love
yeah,
it.
and if you want to warm it up around the perimeter, you can totally do that as well. If you need like a darker bronzer, closer to the hairline.
I'm gonna see if our stage, oh no, we actually have this here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like-
take off
Start
my
with a
lip
fresh
gloss.
lipstick in a minute?
Yeah, because I
Totally.
had a little bit of this, it's my favorite, like this Maybelline lipstick. Actually, we're gonna use, not this, it's a different one. Anyway.
Natasha, can you show that trick again that you were just doing? Take that foundation and pat it directly under your eye, and if you press it like that, you can use it to, almost like your foundation's a concealer. And then if you do a sweeping motion like we were showing earlier, when you blend it out like that, that's sweeping away the extra product. So you can get a full coverage or you can get a sheer coverage with your foundation depending on the technique you use. So when people ask me, can I use my fingers? I say, sure you can, but if you want to have more choices or you want to have the freshest look, definitely a foundation brush is a good investment.
Yeah, I love a good brush.
Yeah.
There's just nothing like it. I love makeup. I'm such a girl. All right, so I'm still getting
Me
it in
too.
there, but you guys, don't forget, you gotta get your neck
Ah,
as well, because you want to have that.
Just
you
to
want
make everything
everything
match.
to look seamless. You know.
that part.
Go for
And
it.
don't be afraid to, like I said, I told you, I ranged anywhere from 207 to 210. And I will take it upon my own kind of like, will to at home, like I will just mix my colors up and
You
try to
totally
find
mix.
what, you know, what's kind of like my best tint at the moment.
And I tell people too, when you're buying a foundation that's less than $10, the cool thing about that is, you know, if you're getting a bargain on your foundation, you're getting that really high-end product with a lot of pigment and a really smooth formula, then get yourself a second shade. So if you're between colors, you can use one color right now when we're coming out of the winter time and use the second one. Save that for the summertime when you've got a little bit more sun.
Exactly. And like you said, the price is right, so you don't feel guilty about, okay, I'm gonna, kind of splurge and get two for 20 in comparison to maybe like some of your higher end
Yeah.
products. It's typically a lot cheaper, and there are a lot of different colors too.
I see that she did it on her eyelid.
Oh yeah, girl.
Is that all?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go
get
ahead. Why
in
not?
there,
We're
mama.
gonna do eyeshadows in a second.
You
Just
cannot
blend
forget
it.
that, and it's like a good primer too for your eyeshadow.
Totally, because it's not too dewy, it's not too greasy, so
Yeah.
it'll kind of go in there, it'll stay nice and fresh. Yeah, just use whatever residue is left on the brush after you've applied the makeup on the rest of your
Yeah.
face. That's all that you need, because you don't need to cover a lot of darkness on the lid. Your eyeshadows are going to do that. You just want to create a surface that'll help the eyeshadows stay smooth all day.
I do my lips too.
Go for it.
Y'all,
You know what? Why don't
I'm
we try
just
this too? Remember we were talking about using that primer as
Okay.
a highlighter? Go ahead and do the same thing. And for this step, you can use your fingers too. You can dab the illuminizer right across your cheeks and just tap it. This time, just directly, just like that, right across the cheekbone to give you a lift. Now, Natasha did a really good job. She made a mistake, and here's the best part about that. I tell people all the time, do not be afraid to make a mistake with your makeup. If she took the luminizer a little bit low.
That's okay.
That's okay, right?
We're
Be-
learning. It's
Right here.
school.
It's school. It's makeup school. It's tutorial Tuesday. So I'm just going to take that foundation brush that she had before and just buff it in. And your foundation brush is a magic eraser,
Oh, I like that.
right?
So is a Q-tip.
So
Q-tips
totally.
work wonders. They're amazing.
Totally.
Is that good? Like
Yeah.
how, like in that area?
Totally. Yeah. It's that like cheekbone area that just gives the face like a little bit of a lift. Totally. You can
Lift
take
it
it along
up,
the Cupid's
baby.
bow. You can take it on the eyelids even if you want to, just a little
Maybe
bit.
like a little.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, should we go on to eye makeup, you
I
guys?
guess. I could just
Yes.
live in this all night. Okay, so for eyes, we are talking about
We are-
bold colors on the eyes,
Yes.
jewel tones, purples, things like that. So we saw on runways for like Versus Versace, Christian Siriano, Victoria Beckham. Woo, those are some bold looks right there. How can we recreate something similar in real life?
Well, that's a great question. And when you look at colors like the ones that we just saw, you see that bright blue, you see that bright, rich burgundy sort of shade. You don't have to recreate the look that you see on a runway.
Yeah.
Don't be put off. Don't say, oh God, I would never wear that. Think to yourself, like, I want to do my own version of it.
Totally.
So you don't have to recreate the look exactly, but you pick the color that's on trend and you use that to inspire your day-to-day makeup
And we
look.
have some great ones here by Elizabeth Arden,
We
right?
do. These are the Elizabeth Arden Shadow Trios.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding the blue shade. You've got 3 colors. This one's called Something Blue.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 3 shades in one little palette. I'm gonna hold it. See, look.
You had me at Merlot. So good. Okay, and we're
Yeah.
going to take these dual brushes too by
Yep.
EcoTools.
I set aside Eco Tool brushes for you guys. So take the fluffy side of the brush and apply that lightest color
Mm-hmm. Right there.
all the way across the brow bone, and then work your way down.
I was kind of like that.
And what you notice Natasha did, she's starting with that lightest color on her lid. So she's actually going to get a lighter lid. So it's going to be less intense shade of purple on her makeup. But since you're starting with that lightest color on the top, you're going to just get a thin wash of that color. So your purple shade is really going to pop.
Okay, cool. Make it pop. Okay, so
Make it
we're
pop.
doing that. And
Yeah.
it's great because, guys, this Elizabeth Arden palette right here is foolproof. It's done for you. It already goes from light to dark, as you said.
Exactly.
So you will never forget
Hold that over here so you can see it.
how to go about.
Totally. See how it goes light and then medium and dark? That's the order that you're going to use them at home. So start with the lightest color first, and then you apply that all over the lid. Then you go to that medium shade, apply that in the middle of your lid,
Okay.
and apply the darkest color on the bottom of your lid.
All right, so I'm going to kind of take that lighter color off, then,
Yeah.
like you said, go into the middle one.
Go into the middle
Oh,
color.
that's so beautiful. It's like the champagne-y kind of rosé all day kind of color.
Kind of like a
Oh,
rose gold sort of
hey.
shade, right? Totally.
Why
Great.
am I
Same thing-
getting?
How's
Why
Natasha
y'all
doing?
giggling in here? Y'all think it's funny? All day, all
Looks great.
day.
Good
oh,
job. Keep going.
Natasha, girl.
She's starting to pop.
Oh, girl, that is good. That is some good eyeshadow.
Keep going, Natasha.
What color is that
love the
palette?
purple.
Natasha is using the purple shades, which are Touch of Lavender,
Ooh,
01.
touch of lavender.
So
That's
pretty.
good. And guys, you can check it all out below in our style carousel. All 3 Elizabeth Arden palettes. The Japanesque primer that's the highlight has the highlighting impact in there as well, and of course my all-time fave, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation, baby.
Yep.
Oh, this
and she
is
is already. You better catch up. She
I'm
is killing it on this side. It's a
I
race
love
to
that.
beauty perfection.
Oh, I'm all about that blend,
It's gonna
baby.
be summer by the time you finish.
Oh, OMG, Andrew. Oh.
No, see what
Now
Natasha's
I-
doing over there? Natasha's using that darkest shade.
See, you're holding me back
I'm
from my
holding you
work.
back. I'm cheating.
Okay,
Late for
so-
a date. Late for a date.
Oh, late for a date? Okay, I see how it is. Okay, so we had both
So
of
yeah,
those.
so take just like she's doing. So you got that darkest color.
Yeah.
You're gonna take that darkest color right along the lash line to create some intensity. And yes, you do have a double-sided brush. So on this side, you've got a side that's more of like an eyeshadow blender, an eyeliner blender. So that's gonna give you more dense color and just give you sort of a variety of textures. And it really intensifies your look. You don't necessarily have to line your eyes with black, and even if you do, by adding a jewel tone and a deep shade like that at the very end, that's going to give you an even richer effect.
No.
Sauce.
What
And you
about
could-
bottom?
Yeah.
Totally, great question. Since you used that foundation already, go ahead and start using that to line your eyes underneath.
Okay, this is so good. I love this. And I imagine you could maybe even be able to use this wet too.
You could totally use that wet.
Right.
If you wet the brush, you'll turn those sort of sequin shadows into more of a chrome effect. And then we have one last product to finish off our look today.
Oh,
This is
so
the
good.
Maybelline Vivid Matte
I'm
Liquid.
sorry y'all are seeing all of my ugly faces that I make whenever I put makeup on, but
We
it
do make funny
happens.
faces when we do makeup, right?
We all make them.
Do not be afraid.
And you don't be afraid to get in that waterline either, because that's going to give you that good pop of color.
Go for it.
Yes.
girl.
I know, I look like I'm poking my eye out. Ooh! All right.
Nailed it. You look great.
So lips, are we?
Yes.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That is so good on you.
That's great.
So good.
Thank you. It's such a great color.
All right, so lips.
Lips. We have the Vivid Matte Liquid from Maybelline, New York.
Ooh, because this has all been inspired by the bright, bold lips that we saw at Valentino, Anna
Mm-hmm.
Sui, and Jason Wu, like that right there, bam, in your face. So Maybelline,
Totally.
is that the way we're going?
Yeah, Maybelline. I'll give you this one. How about
Pink?
you do? Let's do pink for you. Let's do coral for you.
So good.
Typically, when you think of like a natural, like kind of soft makeup look,
Mm-hmm.
you typically go with like cool tones in the eyes and cool tones in the lips. But sometimes it's good to mix it up. If you look at Natasha over here, we did that bright purple color on her eyes, and so we're going with a bright coral on the lips. And because they're on the opposite sides of the color spectrum, they're really making each other pop. So you really take that wow look all the way home.
We're just wowing them.
Wow.
We're wowing them tonight, Natasha.
And I love this neon pink that you're wearing over
I
here.
wear this often. Actually, I wear both of these colors pretty
Really?
frequently here on the show. Yeah, because I like the payoff that you get,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not breaking the bank either.
No, I tell people,
This
especially
feels
when you're
so
trying to
good.
think of like a color that you could use that's a little more trendy or outside your comfort zone, definitely a bargain color is the way to go, because even if it's not a color that you're going to wear all the time, you're not going to feel like you're making an investment that's not going to be worth it.
Well, and nowadays, even with bargain brands, bargain beauty brands, you're not sacrificing the value and the payoff and the quality.
Totally.
Yeah.
Look how much pigment you've got in here.
I think I could have got. Let's do it. Hey.
Gorgeous.
Feels really good.
Yeah, it's
really good.
creamy.
Moisture.
That's a really good point, because I do say that these products, these particular Maybelline Vivid Matte lips, are a little bit creamier than you typically get out of a lip product that's matte. A lot of lip paints can actually be really, really drying on the lips.
Yeah.
And then they feel just kind of crunchy after a while.
Not crunchy.
Not
We don't
crunchy.
have those crunchy lips.
Smooth, pretty
You
lips.
nailed it, Natasha. I think, what did we
it.
get, an A+?
I think you both get an A++ plus extra credit.
I love it. Awesome sauce.
Job well done. Spring Beauty. Class dismissed.
Professor, you rocked.
Yes.
Thanks for
You
having
were
me back.
awesome sauce, Andrew. Yeah, we got to have you back soon. And Natasha, thanks for being a sport.
Thank
okay, so
you.
tonight was our first Tutorial Tuesday, guys. I learned a lot. So I think we should make this a regular thing, huh?
I agree.
Weigh in on the chat decoders. Let us know
100%.
what you think. Let us know what you want to see next time. I was thinking maybe next Tuesday we could be showing you how to customize your cat eye.
Hey.
Cat eye is like,
Ooh.
it's my
on
trademark,
fleek.
and we talk about it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
So you can be sure to check out the tab below, Inner Style Carousel. You can purchase the products that we're going to be talking about and using next week, so you can follow along with our tutorial on Tuesday. Frankie, any questions in the chat?
Yes, we do. Truefish Girly wants to know, is there a certain amount of time that you have to wait between primer and then putting on your foundation? Or is it just immediate?
Hey out there, thanks for your question. Is there a certain amount of time you should wait before you're going to layer your products,
Yes.
right? No, that's the cool thing. Typically, like if you're using really old products, like way back when, you'd get products that are really kind of heavy or kind of greasy, but these are all lightweight products with skincare in mind.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to just get your day started right. just apply them and go straight into the next one.
Yeah,
Don't
and you
even
can
worry.
actually blend these two together in your application. If you wanted to mix them together on a palette and put them on at the same time, you can.
Totally.
Don't
And you know
rules.
what? You can also use that primer in with your moisturizer if you're having a no makeup Monday, but you kind of want to cheat. My suggestion is to mix your primer into your moisturizer to give your skin that instant and all day glow.
We all